and we have got a great one this evening of contrasting styles between Lutheran High Northeast and Mead, Andy.
We really do. The Eagles of Northeast, they like to get out and run, really push the pace. You flip the script over to the Raiders of Mead. They live in the paint. They like to take their time on offense, and on defense, look out. They're going to make you work.
Absolutely. You mentioned Lutheran High Northeast likes to fill it up. They've got 3 Musketeers in double figures, and leading the way is D'Artagnan Taylor.
Taylor is so good. He speaks to their length, their physicality, and their athletic ability. Great finisher at the rim.
Meanwhile, someone who can absolutely get after it on both ends of the floor for the Raiders, Derek Say.
Will have something to say about this one. Derek might be giving up a little length, only 6 foot, but he's a fantastic rebounder. Had 16 boards in the game earlier against Bertrand. He's also their leading scorer, about 15 per night.
This should be a fun one tonight. We're going to take a break. Be back with more state tournament basketball after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Ashoff Construction of Osmond does it all when it comes to general contracting. From agricultural storage buildings to commercial office buildings, retail warehouses to concrete contracting. The HEI Sentinel buildings help safeguard crops and valuable assets, and Ashoff's professional builders handle the job from the design through the completion of the build. For a free estimate, contact Dylan Bryce, Scott Pullman, or Brandon Ruge. Call 402-748-3551 today. Visit AshoffConstruction.com for more information.
It's the Declaration of Deals sales event. Head to William Crowder Company in O'Neill, your trusted Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealership with the selection you want and the service you deserve. From powerful new Ram trucks to adventurous Jeeps and family-ready SUVs, William Crowder Company is also your local marine center featuring Lund boats built for fishing, fun, and making memories on the water. With several options for the serious fisherman or woman. William Crowder Company in O'Neill. Drive it, tow it, boat it, and love it.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
The pregame show is sponsored by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports.
Class D1 state basketball tournament on News Channel Nebraska. Lutheran High Northeast getting set to take on Mead. You know, if you coach long enough, you're liable to coach friends or family members of people that you know in your hometown community. But a really unique situation at Lutheran High Northeast. Head coach Kenny Blank, his star player D'Artagnan Taylor, is the sibling of one of Kenny Blank's former teammates, Shaka Taylor. Shaka Taylor was a sophomore, Kenny Blank a junior, when they helped Lutheran High Northeast make their first ever appearance in a state title game, coming up short against Ravenna. In football, they also took Aquinas to overtime in the state semifinals in Class C2 in one of the greatest playoff games ever, before Aquinas went on to beat Donovan Trumbull for the state title that year. Now, Kenny Blank trying to get Lutheran High back to a place they've not been since he and Shaka played for the Eagles. Shaka Taylor is here cheering his younger brother on. He's here from Omaha, where he just wrapped up his first season as head coach of the Omaha Benson Bunnies, leading them to a 2-7 season. That was, of course, after an incredibly successful career at Nebraska Wesleyan, where he to this day is the school's all-time career rushing leader. So Shaka Taylor here to cheer on his younger brother, who's currently being coached by his former teammate. It's a remarkable circle here for a team trying to get back to the state championship for the first time since Blank and Taylor were teammates. We'll get you starting lineups, all the action coming your way. Don't you dare go anywhere. You're watching the Class D1 State Basketball Championship on News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Autumn Murphy. I'm from Spalding, Nebraska. God is always there for you no matter what. When I was about 5 years old, I fell down the stairs and I broke my arm. I've broke my arm 9 times since then, and I feel like God has really helped me get through that. And I just had a total reconstructive elbow transplant from a donor, and God had a perfect match for me. It's just something I'm really grateful for.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with a ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes, the wedding band, so we'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Wayne State College, devoted to student success for more than 100 years. And by Crotter Auto, William Crotter Company and Crotter Home Center in O'Neill, Nebraska.
When quality matters, it starts at Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine. They're known for the highest quality beef, carefully aged to perfection, alongside fresh, vibrant produce, and a deli famous for fresh, never frozen fried chicken. It's quality you can see. Home of Scotty's Meat RX. Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine, Nebraska. A better cut every time.
Fans are excited. So are we. We're ready for quarterfinal number 3 of Class D1. Mead and Lutheran High Northeast. Let's take a look at these two schools with our school spotlight. Lutheran High Northeast, located in Norfolk, Nebraska in Madison County. They've been here 4 times, but yet to bring home a title. Their last trip, 2017, and they are looking to make some noise, Andy Klassen.
Yes, they are, and I love their style of basketball. You know, we already mentioned it, pushing the pace, trying to fill up the cup, score a lot of points. It's exciting. It's exciting, Pat.
Exciting is a great way to describe that. Meanwhile, let's look at Mead. The Raiders, 26 times they've been here. They've got some championships. Some of them go back a little ways. The Class F title in 1926. More recently, in 2009, they won Class D1. They were here just a couple of years ago in 2023, and we mentioned it earlier. They're a team that'll want to lock you up defensively.
Yeah, they really are, and I just can't forget that Class B 1935 team and the run they went on. Program that has a lot of history, a lot of tradition to it, and this year it might be one of the toughest teams of the bunch. Like you said, they like to rough you up and dominate the paint.
Coming in from Saunders County are the Raiders. A lot of teams kind of bunched up here as we look at this Class D1 road map here. Furthest out is North Platte St. Pat's, Elm Creek, down there in south central Nebraska, and then just kind of that little bunch up there in north central Nebraska, or central, eastish.
Yeah, we'll just say northeast, eastern Nebraska, well represented in Class D1 this season.
We're going to take another quick break. We'll be back with tip-off after this here on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by The Seed House in O'Neill, Nebraska, a seed for every need.
My family's been farming since the early 1900s, and it's still where we like to call home. I get to go out to the field. I get to see farmers. When they have someone that actually experienced it, they're more willing to open up and talk to you a lot more. They just kind of become a part of you.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
My name is Ava Stewart, and I'm from Newcastle, Nebraska. My faith is significant for me in my everyday life. And a lot of that is because my parents have raised me in my faith very well. Whether I'm giving a speech, I take a deep breath, say a prayer right before I go out, or if it's the set point in a volleyball game. It's every unique moment that I have to remind myself that God is there and that the Holy Spirit is with me.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
When your plumbing needs attention, trust the experts at John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical. No matter the size of the job, John Henry's brings extensive expertise to handle everything your home's plumbing system requires. So whether your drain is clogged, your water heater needs an upgrade, or you want to remodel your kitchen or bathroom, we're here for you. Reach out to us today and discover why, since 1996, we've proudly served families as the most reliable plumbing company in the Lincoln area. John Henry's, our family serving yours since 1996.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so the technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, they fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your fit today.
Behind every switch you flip, innovation is at work. NPPD is using advanced technology to generate and deliver the reliable energy you've come to expect. Like AI-driven platforms to optimize energy generation, drones for infrastructure inspection, advanced metering for faster outage detection, and helping advance carbon capture and sequestration technologies. It's not just electricity we are delivering, it's innovation. Powering the state, empowering your life. Nebraska Public Power District.
Well, I think like many people, I just had some life events that happened. Just really felt lost, quite honestly, completely broken. And next thing I know, with how depression can settle in, I was contemplating suicide. I told God that I was sorry, that I just can't bear this anymore. Thankfully, my dog came up and started licking me in the face. And that was that spark that I needed to kind of talk myself off the ledge. I'm so thankful that I took that split second to say something to God.
Charlie Sullivan. Starting lineups getting introduced here in the Devaney Center. Let's take a look at those. But before we do that, your favorite part, Andy.
That's right. Let's give the nod of the cap to the officials. Troy Steele, Doug Veek, Jeff Brack, and Isaac Russell will be our bench official here tonight.
And these fellas earned their way to the state tournament based on their evaluations throughout the year. Earning their way into the state tournament are the Raiders, 17-8, coming out of Saunders County, coached by P.J. Quinn. Back after a little bit of a break. His starters are 6'2" senior Mason Reed, averaging 11.7. Derek Say, we mentioned him in the pregame. He's averaging 14.5. Wyatt Vera, a 6'1" senior. Preston Price, a 5'10" senior. He's someone who doesn't put up a lot offensively, but he will defensively. And then Abe Lee, a 6'3" junior. Now, over to the Eagles in white and blue. Back in the state tournament, they're coached by Kenny Blank in his 7th year, 116-49. His starters are 5'11" senior Ian McDonald, 6' sophomore Cole McGregor, Gavin Fettern, 6'4" senior, averaging 12.1, along with McDonald averaging 10.6, Cole Lawless averaging 8.2, and then we mentioned his name in the pregame, D'Artagnan Taylor, a unique name and a unique game, and he can fill it up, averaging 15 a game, Andy.
Yeah, he's so special around the rim, and you mentioned that their heights there, they are going to have a sizable advantage over Mead, but the Raiders have been facing that all season long. They are fantastic rebounders. They know they're going to have to box out and play fundamental basketball in order to hang with the Eagles, who have been flying high for Lutheran High Northeast.
Mead is battle-tested. This is now the 7th game they will have played against a state tournament team from this year. Now, that's the positive if you're a Raider fan. Maybe the slight negative is that they have yet to come away with a win against one of those teams. They've played Utan, Howells Dodge, East Butler twice, and Auburn twice.
Yeah. And one of the only other loss was to Johnson Brock, and we know how good Johnson Brock is year in and year out.
Meanwhile, Lutheran High Northeast, this will be the 6th game they've played against a state tournament team this year. They lost to Norfolk Catholic and Archangels Catholic, as well as a loss to Howells Dodge, but they did beat Fullerton and Wynot. We are ready to rock here, Andy.
We are, and they gave Norfolk Catholic a run for the money, just getting edge 64-58 earlier in the season. So these Eagles, they can run with just about the best of them.
looking to soar tonight. Mead, though, controlled the tip.
Eagles coming out of that 2-3 zone, getting their hands into those passing lanes, not allowing that entry pass.
A drive and basket no good by Say, but the offensive rebound put back won't go from Reed, and the Eagles finally clear the board.
Oh, you got to feel fortunate if you're an Eagles fan, feeling like you dodged a bullet there. Give up that offensive rebound and a missed bunny shot at the rim.
Feels like we saw a lot of that in our previous game as Fetter knocks that one down. The Auburn-Gothenburg game, Auburn was getting a lot of those putbacks that weren't going in.
Yeah, almost like their shot was just a little rushed by the defensive pressure. Maybe that was the case for Mead.
Raiders looking to answer. Into the paint it goes with the double team, though, and it's stolen away by Fetter.
If it's not there, don't force it.
Eagles slow it down just a bit. Now it's at the top of the key for Taylor. Nice pass underneath for McGregor. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Fouled on the floor.
Still early in the contest there, but Say with the foul, if he hadn't have committed that foul, you felt like it was a pretty easy putback attempt there for the Eagles.
That is the first foul of the game against Say. Shot no good from McDonald. Now here come the Raiders. On the left side it goes Say. Back to the top for Price.
And this is what we're used to seeing from the Raiders, taking their time on offense, waiting for that perfect opportunity.
And Say takes it, goes in with the left hand and gets it off the glass.
You know, they just kind of work the ball around the perimeter, and then you got a guy like Say that can read that defense, see that crease, find the crease.
And underneath, knocking it home is McGregor.
Yeah, and it almost feels like this is a statement with McGregor and Fetter scoring inside early, sending a message to me like, I know you're known for your post presence. We have a presence down there too.
McGregor was providing some pretty salty pressure behind the backcourt line. Mead now with 15 on the shot clock.
Yeah, really extending that zone out.
Shot won't go from Lee. Eagles clear it.
Yeah, 1-on-4 here.
Knocked out of bounds by Vera.
Yeah, and if you're talking odds, that's probably not the odds you're looking for, the 1-on-4 open court. Northeast.
In for the Eagles come Brody Lawless and Berkeley Schroeder.
Coach Blank looking on.
He is a Lutheran High Northeast grad. What a feed inside as it's Lawless who knocks that one in.
Boy, and you got to be pretty happy with what you're seeing if you're a Lutheran High fan. Eagles' ability to work the ball inside early.
Into the corner it goes now for Vera. Long pass to Say. Say biding his time against multiple defenders. Gets it off the glass but won't go. Rebound cleared by Taylor.
Mead fans wanting to foul there.
Ahead it comes McDonald. McDonald against about 4 different defenders. Throws it back out for Taylor. And that's going to be over and back.
Yeah, so that's what we were talking about earlier, how Mead really clogs things up, gets into you defensively, causing a turnover with the over and back call.
Anthony Engel checks in for the Raiders. Raiders swinging it around. Our first quarter brought to you by Yankton Medical Clinic, Norfolk. We're building a legacy one patient at a time, one generation at a time. From family practice to expert specialists, we're here for you every day. And a nice job by the Raiders being there to force the turnover. And the benefactor was Lee, who gets it in for 2.
Right out of the gate, Anthony Engel making his presence known, snatching away a steal, getting it back to the rim.
Got a 2-point ball game here. Taylor with it up top for the Eagles. Aggressive man-to-man right here. Driving baseline, too strong. McDonald, rebound cleared by Say.
Yeah, that's a tough shot, a contested shot. You mentioned it. The on-ball pressure was on point that time for Mead.
Raiders will take their time. You could not have two more different styles in this game.
Right.
Lee throws it away. It's stolen away by McDonald.
But you could say both teams try to hang their hat on defense.
You could, and I will. Both teams try to hang their hat on defense, but in a different way.
Yeah.
As the Eagles really look to use it to propel their offense.
Yeah, they're looking to turn that defense into offense, get in the open court.
Three-pointer no good from Schroeder.
Well, here we go.
Say with the pass ahead for Vera, but swatted away. And here come the Eagles.
That's where Mead's going to have to keep taking their shot. They can't be discouraged and get away from trying to work it inside. Even if they're getting blocked, they're going to have to figure it out.
Veteran on the dribble, nearly has it poked away. Now it is stolen away by Lee. Here comes Vera. Back out to Lee. Lee makes the three-pointer. Not really his game.
A good ball movement.
Vera keeps it alive. Underneath, Lee gets it to go. That's a crafty little shot there off the glass.
Yes, sir. Put a little English on that one. Go using the window.
The drive, the dish to Taylor, gets his man to leave the floor, and he'll draw the foul.
Fantastic job with the pump fake there, getting multiple defenders up in the air.
Raiders foul number 3, Mason Reed is first.
Let's take a look at that block from a couple possessions ago. Taylor just going volleyball on it.
That's where Vera has to keep attacking. Just, alter your shot. Maybe look for a floater, pull up, whatever you got to do. But you can't just give up on attacking the rim.
Taylor, his first point of the night on that free throw. He's a 63% free throw shooter. He had 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 steals in the district final.
So he really wanted to make the trip to Lincoln.
I'd say so. He misses the second. Engel pulls down the rebound. Passes right side for another Engel. Wyatt. Inside the feed, no good. Putback, no good. Putback finally is good from Mason Reed. The stick-to-itiveness.
Mason Reed just kind of padding his stats there, right? Looking for those offensive rebounds.
Can't get a double-double if you don't. Inside it goes for Taylor. He's got the double team right away. Kicks it back out. Lawless, who keeps it alive. Now it's swung to the corner for Schroeder. Too strong. Offensive board pulled in by Lawless. Long cross-court pass from Taylor. Now Lawless to the baseline for Taylor, and they're going to get a block foul against the Raiders. Kovar gets called for that, much to the dismay of the Mead bench.
You're exactly right. Mead fans were looking for the offensive charge, as Taylor did lower the shoulder. And there was a collision. But Kovar, I think he was converging, coming across. He was still moving. 9 times out of 10, that's going to be on the defender.
It will not be on the shot. Eagles taking their time here. Lawless.
Really nice job rotating with the balls. That 1-3-1. That's
nearly stolen away by Reed. Inside, and it's stolen away by Kovar.
I've been there on offense where, you get a lengthy team that knows how to play together like that. It feels like there's no space on the court.
Spacing here for the Raiders, and Engel hits it.
Yeah, just a real good flow to the game right now, developing for the Raiders defensively, offensively.
Wyatt Engel was the benefactor there, or the beneficiary, rather. as that one's tipped away by Say.
And you can see how Mead, they're playing with that anticipation, especially on defense. They're not sitting back waiting to react. No, they're going to where the ball is going to be.
Shot clock is dead. 10 seconds. Into the corner it goes for Lawless. Lawless driving baseline, shot on the run. Good. What a first quarter. We've got ourselves a 2-point ball game, an 11-9. Mead on top. Let's take a break. Be back with the second quarter after this. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Lincoln Airport Authority. Fly easy, fly local, fly LNK. Bernard Real Estate and Auction Company in Auburn and Nebraska City. And by Larson Motors in Nebraska City. Find your new Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram today at LarsonMotorGroup.com.
The Seed House, located in O'Neill, is your Nebraska-owned full-service seed supplier. From corn and soybeans to cover crops, grass seed, and CRP grasses, they have the full lineup to fit your operation. The Seed House also offers agronomy services, seed treatment, soil fertility guidance, and expert crop recommendations tailored to your acres. When it comes to growing success from the ground up, trust local experience. Contact Don and the crew at the Seed House, located in O'Neill, Nebraska, and plant with confidence this season.
About as even a first quarter as you could get. Mead and Lutheran High Northeast. Even where both coaches talked about where they need to improve heading into this game, both said rebounding. We got better throughout the year. You look at the stat sheet, they're even in that regard too.
It really was a punch, counter-punch type of an opening quarter. I was impressed with how Mead got out into the open court, maybe something they're not known for. And Lutheran High Northeast, they worked the ball inside, something that Mead's really known for taking away. So both teams kind of getting into each other, feeling each other out in that first quarter.
A trip to the state semifinals is on the line, and you can tell both teams playing like it tonight.
Isn't it fitting that they're playing AC/DC during the break? They're kind of a throwback rock song, where we're getting a throwback performance here from the Mead Raiders.
Eagles start with it here in the second quarter. Running jump shot, no good from McDonald. Rebound pulled down by Lee.
Oh, they dodged the bullet on that one. A little miscommunication, left a shooter all alone. Didn't end up paying the price.
Top of the key with it is Price. Now it's left side, Vera. Out to Lee on the right side. Not necessarily his game, but he can hit the three as Say drives baseline, now kicks it out to Price. Price drives in, kicks it out for three for Reed, too strong. Rebound hauled in by Federer.
Is that a case of just being too open? You hear that sometimes?
I don't know that there's a right amount of open for me, Andy. Inside it goes Taylor. Strong take, but blocked by Lee.
Love the no call there. As Taylor, once again, kind of lowered that shoulder, initiated contact.
Nice pass from Vera, finding Reed for two.
What a changeup we're seeing right now with the Raiders. Their ability to get out and run, score in transition.
Feels like we're seeing kind of some contrast from what we're used to with both teams.
Exactly. I mean, both teams obviously getting into their scouting report, scouting each other very well, so they have to adjust.
And a travel here as Federer could not keep his feet.
Boy, and doesn't it just, it feels like Lutheran High is a little hurried up right now, and that's something they're kind of known for doing to their opponents.
You just never quite know exactly how folks are going to react in this state tournament game. It's been a long time for Lutheran High Northeast. At least long by their standards, just short of a decade. We saw Gothenburg earlier trying to go for their first state tournament win since 1962. They came up just short.
Took Auburn to overtime.
Pass stolen away by McGregor.
McGregor's done that a couple of times now, not allowing for that kick out.
Inside it goes for Federer, and he draws the contact.
Mead foul number 3, Mason Reed.
Yeah. Oh, neon night, huh? Okay. Mead student section. Saw a glimpse of them there, all wearing their bright pink. Would you call it green or yellow?
I think you got every neon color over there. A lot of fans here, though, enjoying themselves.
Oh, got some signs. Officials talking things over with the scores clock, making sure we got all the time correct.
Looks like we're all set. Our second quarter brought to you by John Henry's. Our family serving yours. Shot along the baseline, knocked down by Lawless. That being Cole Lawless. Lot of shared last names on both rosters tonight, Andy.
Family affair. Well, Cole has done a fantastic job utilizing that baseline. That's a tough shot. That's how he closed out the first quarter, that runner down the baseline.
Lee with a nice feed for Say. Can't get the shot to go. Here comes Cole Lawless. Pass nearly stolen away by Anthony Engel.
Look at Engel overplay the reversal. He doesn't want that ball to get reversed.
Nice feed inside. Shot won't go, though, for McGregor. Here comes Anthony Engel.
You know, they're not the tallest team out there, are the Raiders, but they got just enough length to kind of be a nuisance.
Well, they'll find that a nuisance, will the Raiders, as they throw it away. Taylor ends up with it. Stolen away by Lee, though. What a play in front of his own bench.
What a quick burst, that first step. Swatting that ball back to a teammate.
Abram Lee is active. Raiders want a timeout. We're going to take one with them. It's 2-point ball game. Back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Ann has been a long-time UBT customer. One day, she was being scammed. We secured her funds and got her set up with new accounts. I just think, if my grandma was in that situation, what would I want someone to do for her?
I hope he doesn't mind that I give him a hug, too.
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Mead got the timeout. Kind of an interesting moment that our own Eric McKay just pointed out to us. Kenny Blank was actually the coach of Lutheran High Northeast pointing out to the officials that Mead was trying to call a timeout. Sportsmanship, friends.
Exactly. It's a trickle-down effect, right? If you want to see it on the court between the players, it's got to start with the coaches.
Great report from our own Eric McKay on Coach Blank earlier.
Now, you don't think Coach Kenny Blank was thinking, I could use a timeout right now. Maybe I could help out with this.
Long inbounds pass there for the Raiders. Say on the baseline, too strong. Rebound, a foul called on the play, but I want to remind everybody to stay tuned for halftime. Our halftime show brought to you by RMV Construction, trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction located in Kearney and Lincoln, and also by the Nebraska Farm Bureau, bringing us our halftime show.
You got to credit Northeast on that inbounds play. Whatever Mead drew up, it did not develop. That step back baseline jumper, that's a tough shot.
Mead trying to force Lutheran High into a tough one of their own here. Lee nearly steals it away once again. I got to tell you, this guy has been all over the place, Abe Lee. Just a junior, a little bit of a do-everything kind of guy.
Yeah, he is, and he also provides him with that length that they can kind of lack at times. His 6'3" frame, boy, he knows how to use it.
5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, no good, but 3 free throws coming up for McDonald. We were just saying the praises of Lee, and he picks up the foul.
He was trying to work around a ball screen, getting a little too aggressive. And, hey, that's one thing that head coach P.J. Quinn was telling us all week is, hey, we're going to be aggressive on defense regardless. A little too aggressive on that occasion.
First free throw, no good. We mentioned Lee being real active. You might be able to guess with that height, with that activity. Solid tight end, linebacker too.
Yeah, that's the type of maybe an outside linebacker coming off the edge as a quarterback. You really don't want to see him coming your way.
I'd say probably not. As the second free throw was good.
Oh, he's even got a fan base out there. He's got some signs.
The third free throw is good for McDonald. He goes 2 of 3 at the line there. He'll take a seat.
Now we're all knotted up. New game at 13 all.
Fun one so far here in the Devaney Center. We've got another one coming up tonight that should be good. McCool Junction and East Butler after this one. Mead taking their time, no surprise. Williams now left side. It's back out to Williams. Into the right corner for Engel. Long pass for Wyatt Engel. Williams back over to Wyatt Engel, too strong. Out of bounds and back to the Eagles. As coming back in for the Raiders now is Miles Kovar.
That really wasn't a bad look. They used a lot of clock there, worked the ball around the perimeter. You had a shooter in space, just off the mark, a little heavy. Back of the iron. But that's just playing to your strengths or your style, you could say, where Mead really works their tails off on the defensive end. Get a little rest on the offensive end.
Eagles swinging it around. Want to remind everybody that the halftime highlights coming up will be brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations as Mead forces yet another turnover.
Yeah, just an awkward possession there for the Eagles. Trying to reverse the court. Not going to happen.
That is 7 turnovers by the Eagles. Raiders could use a point. They've gone without one for the last 3:52. Lee changes that. Right at 4 minutes on the drought, he hits the bucket.
What an advantage when you have a grinder like Lee that can knock down that mid-range jumper.
Stolen away by the Raiders. Tossed way ahead for Engel. Too far, though. And back to the Eagles. That's the 5th turnover of the game for the Raiders.
Yeah, I think both coaching staffs are going to talk about ball security during the break. And doesn't this feel like a game that could come down to 1 or 2 possessions? Gotta take care of the ball.
Ooh, yeah. We've already seen that this tournament. Again, I don't mean to keep referencing, but going back just 1 game ago, it came down to a final bucket in overtime as the three-pointer too strong from Lawless, Brody Lawless. It is going to stick with the Eagles, though.
Brody looked a little discouraged after that shot. He's got to keep his head up. He's got to keep shooting that shot. That's what he's known for. That's what his offense needs from him. Official's going to talk something over here. All right, got it sorted out.
Brody Lawless, just a sophomore. You can kind of see it. He's got that young look. Has it on the right side now, though, does Brody.
Oh, good feed.
Throws it in for Taylor. He's triple teamed immediately. Now here go the Raiders. Wyatt Engel. Long pass for Kovar.
Northeast is so good at discouraging that kick out.
Kovar back out to Say. Now to Tony Engel. Underneath for Wyatt Engel, back to the top for Say. Say driving in, floats and gets it off the glass for 2.
The hang time, the body control. Say has it all.
Lutheran High Northeast needs a bucket. They've gone without one for the last 2:40, and they've had 3 turnovers in that time. McGregor now out for McDonald. Too strong. Rebound pulled down by Tony Engel.
Engel's done a really good job coming down from that point position on defense and helping out with that rebounding. He's got 3 boards here in this first half, and that's playing the point position at the top of the key on defense.
Just over half a minute to play in the half. Nice feed underneath for Say, who lays it in for 2.
Oh, you love to see that as an offensive coach. The ball never hit the ground. Just pass, lay in.
The Eagles looking to answer with a bucket at the end of this quarter like they did at the end of the first. Taylor, reverse layup, good.
Good idea. Just find number 34 around the rim.
10 seconds left in the quarter. Here comes Tony Engel. Now to Lee in the corner. 5, long cross-court pass to Kovar. Fires the 3, hits it! Oh my goodness, what an end to each quarter. And Mead's going to head into the halftime locker room with something to celebrate. 22-15, Raiders on top. Let's take a break. We'll be back with halftime after this, but let's take another look once more. Halftime coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
My name's Elizabeth Glazer. My grandma's brother had liver cancer, and he was praying that God would help him get through this hard time, and we were told that he was not going to last very long, and so instead of doing our family game night, we decided to do the rosary, and he passed away while we were saying the rosary. I was so happy that God was able to give us that time to pray for him.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Big ideas, bold graphics, quality products you're proud to wear. That is Custom Sports. Custom Sports, custom graphics, quality products, and timely service you can count on.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
Halftime here in Lincoln alongside my good buddy Andy Klassen. I'm Pat Jansen. Andy, that was a whale of a first half between Mead and Lutheran High Northeast.
Yeah, you know, it kind of felt like the two offenses maybe fell asleep. That wasn't the case to close out the half, that's for sure. We had theatrics at the rim and then that deep 3 to close it out for the Raiders.
Meanwhile, we've got some highlights from that first half. What do you say we take a look at them, Andy?
Let's take a look.
Let's do it. Halftime highlights as the Eagles got into the paint early on, getting the bucket from Fettern. Yeah, and the answer by the Raiders.
It was almost like both teams self-scouted themselves and figured out, like, okay, Mead, they're not going to expect us to run with the ball. Lutheran, they're not going to expect us to try and work it in as much. Both teams did a nice job doing what was unexpected early on.
Off the steal, Lee hits the layup there after we saw the Lawless bucket. Then top of the key, Wyatt Engel hits the three-pointer for the Raiders. On the baseline, shot for the Eagles, knocked down by Cole Lawless. Then Back to work goes Lee.
And you can really make the argument that much of the difference has been made beyond the arc for the Raiders with those deep three balls. We've seen a couple of them here.
The biggest one of the game so far, right before the halftime break. Wyatt Engel knocked that one down. Andy, this is, I feel like there's a lot that could still be decided.
Right.
You know, it kind of comes down to who kind of forces their hand style-wise, because right now it seems like the Eagles are being taken out of their game as we look at the halftime stats here. You know, part of that, turnovers. 9 of them for the Eagles.
Exactly. It just, at times, it felt like their offense was a little hurried up. You got to credit the Raiders and that tough-nosed defense that we've heard about all week long leading up to this tip-off. What I like to see from Northeast, and I think all Northeast fans appreciate it, was when the offense was hard to come by, they just got the ball into number 34, Pierre Taylor, and let him create. We saw him with the late bucket there in the half.
And they're going to need more of that as you look at the three-point stats. 0 of 5 are the Eagles so far in this game. We're going to take another break. We'll be back with more halftime show after this. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
My name is Grace Mahoney. My grandpa, he had to have heart surgery, but his kidneys weren't strong enough for it, so they put him on hospice. Anyway, it was like a couple of weeks and nothing was happening, and so we went back and just somehow his kidneys were stronger. And so they went ahead with the heart surgery, and I'm really grateful for it all because it brought all my family back, and it was definitely a miraculous situation.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. Bank of the Valley, together we go further. And by Scotty's Ranchland Foods, Highway 20 in Valentine, Nebraska.
More than 1,900. Yes, our general surgeons, including Dr. Ryan Gary in Norfolk, performed more than 1,900 colonoscopies last year, helping to keep our community healthy. A colonoscopy is a simple, safe, quick, painless, and one of the most effective ways to prevent colon cancer. If you're age 45 or have a family history, it's time to schedule. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk office at 402-844-8110. Colonoscopy screenings are one more way the Yankton Medical Clinic Norfolk location offers so much care, so close to home.
Hi, this is Misty. Here at Family Physical Therapy, we strive to go beyond your symptoms, ensuring you have access to quality, individualized care. We offer physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Family Physical Therapy has an excellent staff that cares about our patients' success. Whether you're suffering from a sports injury, a stroke, or working to improve balance and coordination, Family Physical Therapy is here to help. When you're here, you're family. Visit us at one of our many Nebraska locations today.
Growing up, I didn't have much of a relationship with God. When I was in my mid-20s, a very close friend of mine died, and I feel like that is what flipped the switch for me to full-blown alcoholic. I was drinking every single day. I just remember sitting on the bar stool thinking, there has to be more to life than this. And I just sobbed and out loud said, God, if you're real, I need you. I've been sober 10.5 years. Since I have been following God, I haven't thought about alcohol.
Back at John Cook Arena, Mead leading Lutheran High Northeast at the half, 22-15 on News Channel Nebraska. You know, a successful basketball coach like PJ Quinn has the kind of leadership qualities that school districts look for when they search for superintendents. It's that logic that got Quinn the job at Mead when the district chose him to be the new head of the district back in 2020. And for 2 seasons, he was both Coach Quinn and Superintendent Quinn for Mead High School. That got to be a little bit too much, and he stepped away from coaching after 23 years. But as anyone who's watched the first half of this game can tell you, obviously retirement from basketball didn't stick. Why? consistency, or rather a lack thereof. This senior class for Mead is dealing with its third head coach in 4 years. Hard to build a successful program that way. The Coach Quinn said when he came back earlier this year, he wanted to bring some much-needed stability to this program and have these seniors go out with at least a modicum of success. Making it to state, certainly that. So how long is this Quintessence going to last? Well, not long. Coach Quinn said he doesn't see himself on the bench for more than maybe 4 or 5 more years, but said he's not going to step away the second time until he knows for sure the program will be in good hands with someone who's in it for the long haul. Two guys always in it for the long haul. Pat Jansen, Andy Klassen, back with more to come here in the highlights and the halftime show. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.
In the heart of every community, caring comes naturally. At Nebraska Farm Bureau Health Plans, we are your neighbors, your friends, and partners in health. We believe everyone deserves the very best care tailored to your unique needs. Become a valued member of our family, and we'll take care of you and yours. Together, we care. Together, we grow. Together, we thrive. Nebraska Farm Bureau Health Plans. Plan on us.
NCN Sports is brought to you by William Crowder Company and Crowder Home Center in O'Neill, Nebraska. And by Central Valley Ag, growing agriculture together.
My family's been farming since the early 1900s, and it's still where we like to call home. I get to go out to the field. I get to see farmers. When they have someone that actually experienced it, they're more willing to open up and talk to you a lot more. They just kind of become a part of you.
Halftime here in Lincoln. Mead on top of Lutheran High Northeast 22-15. Our halftime show is brought to you by RMV Construction. If you have a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction is the company you need to call. RMV Construction has proudly constructed more than 50 WIC buildings across the state, including this one north of Amherst. WIC buildings are post-framed, pre-engineered metal building systems made with better materials for a better building. RMV Construction will help you expand your ag operation, create your next barn dominium, or develop commercial space by constructing a WIC building with unmatched durability, energy efficiency, and design flexibility. RMV Construction, with offices in Kearney and Lincoln, trusted, local, proven. We are at the break, and just 16 minutes to decide who will be the third semifinal team in Class D1. Howells Dodge already defeated Fullerton, while Elm Creek beat North Platte St. Pat's. Winner of this game will take on the winner of East Butler and McCool Junction, who we will have after this game.
Yeah, Howells Dodge sitting there at the 1 seed for good reason. Knock off both of the teams throughout the regular season that we're looking at here today, that being Mead and Lutheran High Northeast.
Both teams have some heavy work ahead of them. It was a very good first 16 for Mead. But, you know, it's a team that can make that comeback in Lutheran High Northeast. More on both of those teams. We send it over to Eric McKay.
Back at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, Mead with a 7-point lead. Coach PJ Quinn very happy with what they did defensively in the first half, telling me he thought in particular they did a great job against Lutheran High's bigs. Only one offensive rebound for the Eagles in the first half, but offensively said they got out of sync too easily. Felt they got lucky with a couple of those threes late in the first half. Needs to see better offensive looks for them. For Lutheran High Northeast, Coach Blank just said they're not playing Lutheran High Northeast basketball. Uncharacteristic turnovers and mistakes. Wants to see them slow down, play their style of basketball. Thinks they'll be okay. Guys, the last time Lutheran High Northeast won a game at the state tournament, Kenny Blank was the point guard. They trailed at the half, beat Twin River in overtime. Maybe we'll see that again tonight. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. Got to figure both teams really going to the drawing board at halftime.
Right.
And Coach Quinn, admitting that he's pretty gosh darn happy with the way his undersized post players have handled the size and the strength of the Northeast Eagles.
Underneath, too strong from Vera. But the steal and the putback by Lee.
Abram Lee has his fingerprints all over this game.
You gotta trust Abe if you're Mead fans.
You saying honest Abe over here?
Into the paint it goes for Fettern.
Seeing just that little help there from Abe. Force the kick out.
Spinning Fettern, acrobatic shot and the foul.
Tell you what, Patrick, that was great patience shown from Lutheran High. It wasn't there initially. They kicked it back out, then allowed for Fettern to get that drive going once again.
4 points now for Fettern. He's only attempted 2 shots, but he's made them both. Now his first trip to the free throw line.
Not a mathematician, but that's a pretty good percentage, right? 100?
Now 0, though, at the free throw line as he misses that. But that was great math, though, Andy.
Once in a while.
I teach broadcasting, not math, so don't come to me for that either. Out for a three-pointer for Vera, too strong. Rebound pulled down by Lee. Tied up, though, by Taylor. It's going to be Lutheran High Northeast basketball.
I think Mead fans are looking for a foul here.
You might be able to hear that in our headset behind us. Pressure on the inbounds pass from Tony Engel.
Yeah, they just don't want to allow the Eagles to just walk it up. They're trying to make them earn every little inch.
Well, he made McDonald do that to get across the midcourt line. McGregor back over to McDonald for 3. Hits it. And just like that, the Eagles find themselves back in the ball game.
Great passing around the perimeter. Raiders are trying to overplay that pass.
Nice pass to Lee. He's fouled. What a find, though, by Price. And a chance for Lee to pick up 2 free throws.
Yeah, and Lee did a good job getting defenders up in the air here.
His first personal foul.
Taking a look at the Lincoln Airport Authority instant replay.
Abram Lee at the line, shooting 2.
Lee on the season, a 44% free throw shooter. Hits the first, though. Wraps that one in silk.
Yeah, exactly right. That was nothing but the net. There's your
got his fans. Second one rattles out. Lee on the night with 9 points to go along with 4 boards and 3 steals.
Yeah, just like I said, it has his fingerprints all over this one.
Fettern dribbles in, throws to Taylor. Immediate double team forces the tie-up. And back to the Raiders.
Oh, my goodness. And that was the right idea. A little give-and-go type of action. A little pick and roll, you could say.
But every time it gets to Taylor, there's 2 to 3 like a pack of Raptors.
Those 4 red jerseys surrounding him once that ball got inside there.
5-point ball game.
We just saw the Eagles can a 3. And if the Raiders are going to overplay that inside, which I feel like they have to do with the presence like Taylor, maybe Northeast looks back to some of those shooters.
Pass stolen away by Fettern. Fettern on the run, can't get it to go, gets his own board, fouled, and going to the line for 2 free throws.
Just great awareness there coming off that steal. No one stepped up and stopped ball. Fettern did a great job just getting to the rim, tracking down his own rebound, then collects the foul.
Fettern with just 2 points in the first half. He's averaging over 12. The senior coming alive here, trying to make things happen as he hits the first free throw.
The Eagles slowly closing that gap. So within 4.
Misses the free throw, pulled in by Lee. Here comes Say. had it knocked out of his hand. He really started to carry that like he was a running back trying to get to the basket.
Oh, you're exactly right. You always hear that in football terms, right? Get downhill. He's a downhill runner. That looked like Say for sure.
Into the paint. Say fouled, going to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, Federer just got him with the body a little too much there, kind of shoving him away from the rim. Take a look at head coach PJ Quinn.
Take a look at our replay there. Say at the line. 53% free throw shooter, the lefty. Rattles that one home. He's averaging 14.5 per game. At 11 and 16 in the district final. His season high this year, 24 points against Weeping Water.
Yeah, one of those guys can get you a double-double each and every night. Mentioned earlier in the season, had a career-high rebound, 16 versus Bertrand.
And at just 6'1" as he knocks that one home, too.
Yep.
Nearly another steal. Now there is from Lee. He's got Tony Engel, who puts it in for 2.
Like how Engel finished that one. Didn't try to go up fancy with the left hand or anything. Just direct off the glass. Nice touch, going 100 miles an hour.
A timeout on the floor. Let's take one with them. But not before we see this again. Tony Engel getting it done. More on NCN.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Auto Central in Kearney. From cost-effective daily drivers to luxury cars that match your style, Auto Central is sure to have the ride you're looking for. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by Union Bank and Trust. Your money has people.
The Mead student section, much like the Mead bench, just feeling right now. The Raiders with an 8-point lead on Lutheran High Northeast.
I mean, the Raiders are so bright right now. You got to wear shades inside the Bob Devaney Sports Center.
Well, that and the Lutheran High Northeast student section next to them wearing neon.
Once again, we're getting quite the contrast, right, between the two teams, between the two fan bases.
Mead fans having a great time coming from Saunders County tonight. There's the Lutheran High Northeast student section.
So that's what I was getting at. You know, those guys in the middle there. Is that yellow or is that green? What would you say?
I'm calling that yellow.
Okay.
I think there is some green there, just not with those guys.
Oh, no.
Ooh, travel. Lawless left his feet and had nowhere else to go with it.
You're exactly right, and that's one of those cardinal sins. Don't leave your feet if you don't know where you're going with the basketball. Credit Mead in that defensive on-ball pressure, creating another turnover.
I think he did when he left his feet, but they did such a great job of closing down his target.
Yeah.
As another steal here, this one from Federer. He's been really the bright spot in the second half for the Eagles.
Yeah, returning the favor with his own takeaway.
Schroeder underneath for Taylor, and it's going to go off of Taylor and back to the Raiders. Taylor disagrees.
I think that was a little bit of a frustration foul there for Taylor. I think he's sick and tired of, multiple defenders kind of getting under him, battling for position. Got to say, I probably wouldn't like that either.
Here come the Raiders with Say. Now it's Wyatt Engel. Right side Price. Say. Going to go ahead and fire up the three and hits it.
Oh, boy.
A double-digit advantage for the Raiders, their largest of the game.
Oh, my goodness. And that's what really separates Derek Say from the rest. Loves to get downhill. He's so physical, plays with great physicality, but he can kill you with the deep three.
7-0 run for Mead over the last minute 15. In it goes Taylor. Faces that double team once again and dribbles it off his leg, and you can really feel the frustration now.
Yeah, and we mentioned that in the first half. There's just a couple of times, a couple of moments where Lutheran High Northeast felt like they're hurried up on offense. That appears to be the case right here, right now in the third.
Turnovers for Lutheran High Northeast have been a problem tonight. 14 of them for the Eagles. As Say finds Lee. Lee has it poked away, somehow gets the shot away. Now here comes Taylor.
I think Mead was looking for the goaltend there.
There was a lot of chaos right at the rim.
No doubt.
Sullivan with it for the Eagles now.
Oh, no.
And he's whistled for the travel.
And that reminds me of how Mead likes to kind of pester the ball handler, you know, the full court pressure. Maybe not looking for a steal, but they just don't want to give you an inch. You got to earn every inch. And you saw the on-ball pressure there just create that little hesitation, which led to a turnover.
Timeout here called by Mead. We'll go ahead and take one with them. 11-point Mead lead. We're back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Updating your home? Start at Crotter's Home Center in O'Neill, the store with everything under one roof. From brand new KitchenAid appliances to beautiful LVT flooring and fresh paint colors that bring your space to life. Or soften things up with a Sutherland mattress, pillows, sheets, and plush Caraloha bamboo towels. Whether it's one room or the whole house, make it simple, make it stylish, make it happen at Crotter's Home Center in O'Neill, where service is a family tradition.
All right, I'm John Stewart. I served almost 27 years in the Air Force. After I retired, I became very ill from Agent Orange exposure, and I lost everything we owned. One night, I sat there and practiced with a shotgun to kill myself. I said, well, I can't do this to my wife. So I went and got help, and as years passed, I became an ordained minister, and I work with veterans and trying to help people and get them to help others too.
If anxiety, addiction, or hopeless thoughts feel overwhelming, text HOME to 741-741 for support.
Lutheran High Northeast fans feeling a little tense right now. Mead trying to keep things rolling. They're up by 11 halfway through the third.
Yeah, you know, the way Lutheran High can get out and run and score in droves and bunches, you can't have a big enough lead.
Say kicks it back out to Tony Engel, who nails it. Tony Engel has come up with some big plays at some big moments for the Raiders.
They really stand out, don't they? And he just keeps coming at you. Those last couple of three balls, though, for Mead, I mean, just you could feel the momentum squarely shift towards the Raiders.
Foul on Mead. That one will go on Lee.
That's his second personal foul. Team third.
Inbounded for Taylor. Now out for a three-pointer, too strong from McDonald. A scramble for the rebound. And we're going to get a foul here on Lee. Fans behind us don't like it, but a little bit out of control. Actually, I think they're going to get Price for that one.
Are they going to get Price or are they going to get Lee? I mean, it's a loose ball foul. I think they're going to get Lee right there. Just a little too much, a little too aggressive. Or are they going to get Price?
They did call it on Price.
Okay.
That said, I think it was on Lee.
It just speaks to the aggressive nature that the Raiders play with and how they contest each and every loose ball. Lee is going to get a break, though, with 2.5 left.
So P.J. Quinn took Lee out of the game, assuming that the foul was on him, and as soon as Lee got to the bench, he said, oh, they've called that on Price. Now, they each have 2 fouls. That would have been the third on Lee, as the three-pointer too strong from Lawless. Three-pointer on the way, left short by McDonald, but the putback good.
That was a pass the whole way. Fetterman was ready for it underneath. Nice little lay-in.
7 points for Fetterman. That ended a 10-0 run. Into the paint it goes for Tony Engel. Yeah, takes the feed from Price and lays it in for two.
It just felt when Lutheran fell back into that zone, they're a half step behind the passment, the ball movement around the perimeter.
Oh, good feed. Nice feed from Taylor as he finds Federn for two. Federn's now got 9. And a foul here on the Eagles.
And I think the Eagles are finding something here on the offensive end. Taylor demands so much respect. When the ball gets to him, it's like a magnet, multiple defenders converging on him. He's just got to keep his head up and look for those slashers, those dashers, his teammates, the likes of Federn cutting to the rim.
12-point lead for the Raiders, but we saw earlier how quickly Lutheran High Northeast can cut into this kind of lead. They cut it down to 4, but then another run from Mead. That's been the difference so far.
Well, they've been doing it all season long. You don't rack up over 20 wins on a season without being able to go on some scoring runs, and that's kind of what the Eagles are known for, amping things up on the offensive end.
The Raiders have made 4 of their last 5 field goals. But pressure here out on the perimeter by the Eagles. Tony Engel fires a 3. That's too strong. Rebound pulled down by Lawless.
Look out. Oh, the ball got trapped.
And now a tie-up and a jump ball. It'll stick with the Eagles, but again, active hands from the Raiders.
Yep. You know, as soon as that ball stops its forward progress, that's when you see the double team kind of converge in.
McDonald. Now into the paint it goes, and a foul as McGregor hits the deck.
That was wide angle. That's a no doubt type of a foul.
Mead gets their money's worth with their fouls.
Yes, they do.
McGregor's going to the line for 2 free throws with the bonus in effect.
Cole McGregor at the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any surprise that Eagles are now in the bonus shooting free throws at this point in the third.
McGregor misses the first free throw. McGregor, a 52% free throw shooter on the season. Averaging 4.2 points per game as he hits that one. McGregor now with 3 points on the night. Raiders across the timeline. Pass from Say as he was trying to find Lee, but jumping in front of it to steal it away was McGregor. Just past half court, the heave will not go for McDonald. And Lutheran High Northeast has ground to make up in the fourth quarter. It's a Mead advantage, 37-26. We're back with the fourth quarter after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Running, gunning, the Raiders on top as we head into the fourth.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
When quality matters, it starts at Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine. They're known for the highest quality beef, carefully aged to perfection, alongside fresh, vibrant produce, and a deli famous for fresh, never frozen fried chicken. It's quality you can see. Home of Scotty's Meat RX. Scotty's Ranchland Foods in Valentine, Nebraska. A better cut every time.
Eagles fans trying to stay positive. Lutheran High Northeast trailing Mead as we head to the final quarter, 37-26. Some of them might want to head to Hawaii after this. We don't know.
I guess so. I kind of like the USA, Hawaii. I don't know. They got a lot going on over there. Does the Mead student section.
Well, Hawaii is part of the USA. Let's not rule them out.
You're right. Head coach Kenny Blank with some words as he was following his team out onto the court there. And you got to believe the urgency has to be amped up here. I don't want to see them hurried up on offense, but they got to be very decisive and quick in the shot clock.
Mead starts the fourth quarter with the basketball. Long cross-court pass to Reed. Now Price, it's left side to Vera.
Already we're seeing more of a bounce to the step defensively here for Lutheran High Northeast.
Price shuffles his feet. He's going to get whistled for the travel. That was a decently long possession, though, for Mead. They were really trying to take that time.
Yeah, but that was a fantastic job in that 1-3-1 zone look from the Eagles, moving their feet with the ball, cutting off those backdoor cuts, those backdoor passing lanes, eventually causing a turnover.
Eagles trying to cut into the deficit. Driving into the free throw line, missing the shot as McDonald gets the rebound, though. Puts it back up with the floater. Good.
There we go. That's a welcome sign if you're an Eagle fan. Got an offensive rebound and a nice little putback. As you mentioned, about a 14-foot, 13-foot floater.
Cuts it into single digits. Inside it goes for Lee, batted away by Federer. You can see Price trying to find him, but Federer cut in front.
That's what happens when you get your hands up and out as a defender. Multiple Northeast Eagles getting their hands on that pass.
Price to trigger it in. Finds Tony Engel. Back out Price. Spacing has been a little bit off these last couple possessions for the Raiders. Say into the paint. Back out for Reed and a foul.
Eagles foul number 13, Cole McGregor.
Fourth quarter.
Personal foul. Team first of the quarter.
Brought to you by National Land Realty. Find land for sale at nationalland.com.
That's McGregor's first foul, and I'll tell you what, if I'm a Northeast Eagle fan, I'm okay with that. I want their defense to get amped up, be aggressive, roll the dice a little bit, cause those turnovers.
That's indeed what happens as Cole Lawless able to force the steal. Now here comes McDonald back out to Lawless for three, and he hits just like that. It's back to a two-possession game.
Oh, and he hit that right in front of the student section. They are amped up now.
Nearly another steal by Federer. Great pass from Say, finding Lee, and that draws a foul against the Eagles.
But you can just feel it, that offensive rhythm that Lutheran High has refound.
It doesn't take long, Andy.
No, it doesn't.
Been a pretty balanced effort from the Eagles so far. No one in double digits. Say leads all scorers for Mead with 11. He's got it in the corner. Out for Tony Engel. Right side it goes for Price. He's double teamed. And now a kick ball. It's going to stick with the Raiders, 24 on the shot clock.
Yeah, and Mead has been known for, using all that shot clock, being very methodical on offense. But this fourth quarter, it feels like they're trying to play keep away. Well, now it's a two-possession game. Might have to rethink that.
Stolen away by Taylor. Tyler on the run. Layup no good. And a foul going to go against the Eagles. Oh, what a great defensive play by Taylor, and just went in a little bit out of control. His own coach, Kenny Blank, says, hey, jump stop.
Yeah. Take your time, big fella. You got the tools in the toolbox to take that 2-on-1. Nobody's upset with Taylor initiating that play and trying to get to the rim. That's for sure.
Mead going to take their time here. Reed hands it off for Tony Engel. Now it's left side. Back around right side for Reed. Say
Yeah.
Heading toward the basket, draws the foul, and has 2 free throws upcoming.
You know, and once again, just that little head fake gets multiple defenders up in the air. And he has that hang time, the double clutch. Almost guarantees that whistle is going to be blown.
3 fouls now on Federn. Say off the back iron. I would like to say, speaking of say, if anybody back in Mead is upset over the pronunciation, we got 2 different pronunciations for his last name from people who work at Mead.
Okay.
So some say see, some say say. But he misses both free throws.
I see. Comes up empty on the free throws. That just kind of leaves that door open for the Eagles here.
The end of the corner it goes for Sullivan. Cross-court pass for Lawless. He's cut off, but gets the shot off on the baseline. We've got ourselves a 4-point ball game. Hasn't been this since the beginning of the second half.
You could say he's been flawless, knocking down the 3, then showing you some nifty moves at the rim.
Lawless now with 9 points. Inside it goes Say, poked away from him, but he's fouled.
Still able to get that ball inside. What a find from Wyatt Engel, the junior guard.
Personal foul. Eagles 5th.
Oh, looking at that replay, you are very right, Andy Klassen.
Zips that right down the right side of the lane.
Bonus in effect, and 3 straight misses at the free throw line now for Say.
Yeah, Derek's had his struggles here down the stretch from the foul line.
He made his first 2, has missed his next 3. He's got 11 points on the night. Misses that one as well. Gets the rebound, though. He has played every minute for the Raiders in this game.
Anthony Engel is the one that made that happen, though, going in and tapping that ball out in the middle of 3 Northeast Eagles.
What a find for Reed. It was Engel who found him, but poked away from Reed, and we've got a tie-up. It'll go to Lutheran High Northeast.
A tie-up as things starting to tighten up. You can just feel the energy, the anticipation. Would you call it anxiety? There's some emotions flowing through the Bob Devaney Sports Center right now.
The Lutheran High Northeast has been sitting on 15 turnovers for quite a while. They have cleaned things up. Meanwhile, they have forced mistakes out of the Raiders. 12 turnovers for the Raiders.
Mead's getting into kind of a zone matchup. They're just supplying so much additional help down low against Taylor.
Yeah, and Kovar, the little guy down there trying to battle with Taylor, will pick up the foul.
Yeah, Kovar listed at 5'10". And that's his job, to just deny that and face guard, deny that entry pass. And he knows he has help on the backside.
Pass to Taylor. He has it stripped from his hands. Reed comes up with it. Raiders trying to stem the tide here. And a foul called on Taylor. Our post-game coming up, brought to you by Custom Sports. Stick around for that. Taylor's foul was his second. It's going to send Reed to the line for 2. Reed's first trip to the line tonight. He's got 4 points. And the struggles at the free throw line continue for the Raiders, now 3 of 9 at the charity stripe tonight.
Mason Reed, one of those seniors here for the Raiders, supplies a little bit of that length that they lack at times.
That one won't go either. Tony Engel nearly kept it alive once again.
Charles Sullivan has made some plays here in this second half, snagging that loose ball for Northeast Eagles.
Lutheran High Northeast wants a timeout. What do you say we take one with them? Back after this, you're listening and watching High School Hoops on News Channel Nebraska.
When you're running the bases of a busy day, let Speedy Mart at 13235 Grover Street in Omaha knock it out of the park. Start your morning with breakfast made with the real thing, fresh eggs. Step inside for tasty snacks, refreshing drinks, and friendly service that treats you like family. With a dynamic team full of energy and great chemistry, every stop feels like a win. Speedy Mart, where every visit is a home run.
My name is Langston Christensen. I'm from Hardington, Nebraska. My faith has really let me open opportunities for myself just because I put my trust in God's plan. And that has really allowed me to free myself of anxieties and fears and stage fright and sort of let go of my ego and what people are going to think about me and let God.
Visit with your local priest or pastor. A simple conversation can be the first step to discover the peace that comes from faith.
Northeast Nebraska fans, Lutheran High Northeast, feeling good as the Eagles are back in this one now. Mead on top 37-33. What have both teams got to do here down the stretch, Andy?
Well, the Eagles have been doing it, and that's taking care of the basketball. They've really turned things around as far as ball security and limiting their empty possessions on offense. Mead, I feel like they just got to get back into their regular offense. They've kind of been playing this keep-away style, and it's, I think it's kind of led to a couple of turnovers.
Remember to stick around after the game for our player of the game, brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination. Stepping into a three-pointer, but missing. There was McDonald.
Didn't miss it by much.
Engel keeps that one alive for the Raiders. Yeah, that felt like the shot that the Eagles wanted with McDonald there. Into the paint it goes Lee. Nothing there for him. Tony Engel with it on the right.
That was a wayward passer, and Tony Engel somehow came up with it.
Wyatt Engel can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Now Lee trying to go up with it. It's stripped away from him by Federn.
Both teams got to be so strong with the ball when you get it in the lane like that.
And now a foul going to go against Lee. Now remember earlier, there was a foul that we thought was for sure against Lee that went against Price, but he now does have a fourth foul.
Second for the Raiders,
Yeah, that's just kind of a crafty play there from Ian McDonald, the senior guard, realizing that Lee was kind of out of control, right? Kind of rushing the ball, dribbles into it, picks up that foul.
And I beg your pardon, he has a third foul. It would have been his fourth if that previous one had been whistled on him. What a steal there. Stepping in front of it was Kovar.
So many contributors on the defensive end for the Raiders. Oh, no.
And a turnover by Mead. That is their 14th turnover of the game.
I don't know if Engel just took his eyes off the ball.
A combined 30 turnovers from these two teams as both teams getting after it. And a foul going to go against Say.
Yep. So, and there's a case where he came down with that bar arm, to swat it away. Had he come up, I don't think he would have picked up that foul.
Still another foul to give for Mead, and just as I say that, actually this one's going to go against Lutheran High Northeast as Taylor whistled for a little too much with the body.
Kovar drew that foul out, just trying to get position, getting into his offensive player, frustrating the Eagles.
Taylor, every bit of 6'3". I think he might be 6'4". Kovar, meanwhile, listed at 5'11", might be 5'10".
Yeah.
Timeout called by Mead. We're going to keep it here during the break. We've got Some crunch time moments here, Andy Klassen. 2:07 left to play.
19 seconds left on the shot clock here for the Raiders. Don't be surprised if they try to work the ball around and find something inside. They have been undisturbed by the lack of size. They've ran right into the teeth of that defense. The strength of the defense, you would say, the Northeast and their front court. But the Raiders, it's kind of been their calling card throughout this game. They don't mind getting inside, getting downhill, and trying to finish at the rim.
You feel like every possession matters at this stage in the game. Both teams have gone on 10-0 runs, so we know both teams can score pretty quickly. Now it's about seeing it to the finish line.
You know, we saw it at the top of that fourth quarter. Lutheran High really amped things up defensively. Maybe that little break will put a little bit more of a bounce in their step.
Raiders now 15 on the shot clock. Tony Engel with it. Back out over to Say. Say has it poked away. Ends up in the hands of McDonald.
Looked like a 2-1-2 zone, throwing a different look at the Raiders.
Lawless. Cole Lawless has had some big shots in this second half. Sullivan into the paint for Taylor. Battling against 4 Raiders. He's going to draw the foul and go to the line for 2.
He demands so much attention when he gets the ball down on the block.
Leading scorer amongst both of these teams coming into this game with 14.9 per game on the season. You know, hits that free throw. That's just his 4th point of the game.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of kind of overplaying him and forcing the Eagles to find other sources of offense. Mason Reed tried to play that one straight up. Abram Lee said no, he's going to have to earn it at the foul line.
Reed gets the board, skies up high off the missed free throw.
That is Lee's 4th foul. He's still in the game.
Nice pass underneath for Reed, who lays it in for 2.
I think that totally surprised Northeast. The urgency there on offense, the quick pass and lay-in.
Now here come the Eagles. Lawless rattles it in.
Yes, sir, and a quick timeout for Northeast. Head coach Kenny Blank wants to talk things over. We got a minute 06.
We're going to keep it here still. It's a 2-point ball game, Andy Klassen, as we look at Lawless hit every part of the rim. Man, what a second half for Cole Lawless. He has been huge at big moments, now with 12.
And that's such a big three there because we saw him hit an identical three from the other side, almost a mirror image. His very next bucket, though, he drove to the rim, a tough lay-in, showing you his versatility and how he really is a 3-level type of a scorer. That last three sets it up so well to now he can utilize that ball fake. You know that defense is going to go 100 miles out trying to close out, so he can put the ball on the deck and tie things up. First things first, though, Eagles need to stop.
Cole Lawless averaging 8 points a game. Right now, he's surpassed that in the second half.
Yeah.
He's got 12 for the game.
Well, we just mentioned a moment ago, the Raiders have really limited what Taylor can do inside the 6'3" junior. As we've seen multiple red jerseys that last time, what did we say? 4 red jerseys converged in on 34. So that's been huge. Lawless stepping up in a big way on the offensive end for the Eagles.
It's absolutely what you have to do against that kind of defensive strategy, which has been clear from the outset for the Raiders, what they were trying to do. Under a minute to play. Tony Engel. Now into the corner it goes for Kovar. Cross court for Reed. Pass stolen away by guess who? Lawless.
What a play. Nice job jumping that passing lane. And Mead did kind of what I thought they might do. Work that ball inside.
McDonald on the run. Shot banks in. We've got a tie ball game.
Oh, my.
Shot clock is dead. Mead says no timeout. Let's get it across the midcourt. Now they take the timeout. Oh, my. We're going to stay here. Another look at that bank shot from McDonald. A game of runs so far tonight, Andy Klassen.
Yeah, no doubt. Just a great job stepping up, knocking down a big-time shot. That's a senior 5'11" guard for the Northeast Eagles. Plenty of time here, just under 15 seconds for the Raiders to get into their, you could say, base half-court offense and look to execute.
We've already seen a game winner today here in the Devaney Center. That one happened in overtime. Mead wants to end this one in regulation.
You know, and I think they've set themselves up for a really good look here. The way they've just pounded and pounded the ball inside. You got to feel like Lutheran High might overplay that, try to take that away. Just threaten the inside, Patrick. You know you're going to have an open jumper somewhere along the way, whether that's a 15-footer or just back it all the way out for that three. The Raiders have some shooters to choose from, and they've done such a good job of getting to the rack. I just think if you threaten the lane, you're going to have somebody open in space around that perimeter.
Tense moments here in Lincoln. Who will be the hero, Andy Klassen?
Oh, flip a coin, right? The Eagles do have to know where number 4, Derek Say's at. They got to know where he's at.
If the Raiders draw a foul, they have struggled from the free throw line, 3 of 10. Here comes Tony Engel. Reed, pressured in the corner, back out Engel. The left side, Kovar fires up the three-pointer, no good. And we get overtime once again here in the Devaney Center.
Oh, my goodness. A game of runs. Lutheran High Northeast ice in their veins on the offensive end to close this one out.
Buckle up, folks. We'll be back with overtime after this on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Stop at your nearest Speedy Mart or Good to Go convenience stores today. And by The Carpet Shop, providing quality residential and commercial floor covering and installation for almost 50 years.
The Seed House, located in O'Neill, is your Nebraska-owned full-service seed supplier. From corn and soybeans to cover crops, grass seed, and CRP grasses, they have the full lineup to fit your operation. The Seed House also offers agronomy services, seed treatment, soil fertility guidance, and expert crop recommendations tailored to your acres. When it comes to growing success from the ground up, trust local experience. Contact Don and the crew at the Seed House, located in O'Neill, Nebraska, and plant with confidence this season.
For Lutheran High Northeast, you can see that with the Eagles coming out of the huddle.
Yeah. You know how they call it Kentucky Derby in horse racing? The fastest 2 minutes in horse racing. I feel like the 4 minute in overtime is the fastest 4 minutes of high school basketball. Each and every possession just has that much more weight added to it.
Mead at one point had a 14-point lead, a minute 27 left in the third, but yeah, that quick strike offense for the Eagles got them back in the ball game, and then late buckets from Lawless and McDonald got them even.
You know, you're exactly right, Patrick. It all didn't just happen at once. Credit Lutheran High for sticking with their game plan and just continuing to chop and chop and chop more wood till they got close enough for those heroic shots to make the difference, sending it to OT.
Steal by Tony Engel. He has come off the bench for some big moments for the Raiders. He's a senior. They want him out there in big moments. Say keeps it alive, back out to Engel. Underneath for Lee, playing with 4 fouls. Out it goes for Kovar for 3. That's too strong. Scramble for the rebound, and it's going to stick with Mead off the tie-up.
Yeah, no surprise that there's going to be a scrum after the first offensive possession. Multiple bodies to the ground.
Taylor was checking out all the testing out all the wet spots on the floor. And we're not in PBA, but there have been some slips here in Lincoln this season.
You know, speaking of Taylor, did you see that billboard that the crowd had for him? Fear the Fro? That's next level. Tip of the cap to the Northeast Eagles fan base.
I don't get those kind of signs with this hairline. Say steps out for a minute. Hunter Williams in for him. Notable substitution. In it comes for Tony Engel. 2 on the shot clock. Fired. No good from Williams.
This veteran skying for that rebound. He's done such a nice job in the middle of that zone defense when they go to it.
All the way to the basket. No, it's a charge.
Boy, and we've seen that a couple times, too, where Federer just goes coast to coast that time. Once again, correctly diagnosed, and no one steps up to stop ball until right at the rim.
Lutheran High Northeast fans beside themselves at the moment as we see the reaction on the replay just a second ago.
A case could be made. You could say that.
I will bring up another call that has been consequential earlier. When we thought there was a foul on Abe Lee, went against Price. Lee is still in the ballgame right now with 4 fouls. Whoa. Long three-pointer. And no putback attempts as Sullivan steals it away.
That almost felt like a makeup call there. A lot of contact underneath, no call.
Taylor goes up and he's fouled. There is not a single member of either fan base who is entirely pleased with every call right now.
Nope. I like this take here from Taylor, though. Sometimes you just got to put your head down and get to the rack.
Taylor, 2 of 4 at the line tonight. He's got just 4 points on the evening. That one rattles home. It has been forever and a day since Lutheran High Northeast could say that they were in the lead.
It's a good time to be in the lead.
Last time the Eagles were on top, it was 6-2 with 5:23 left in the first quarter as that one rattles home.
Okay, shooters roll. Yeah, I think Mead just kind of got outside of themselves, changing up their offense, going into protection mode. I'm not saying like a prevent defense in football, but they definitely changed gears in the second half.
Left side Kovar, now to Say. Driving into the paint, he's turned away. Now finds Tony Engel, back left Kovar. Gets his man to leave his feet, does not draw the foul though. And now here comes McDonald. On the run, stops, pops, hits.
Fantastic job recognizing the defense, cutting his drive off like you said, stop, pop.
Now a timeout called by Mead. We'll take one as well back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
I'm Nicole Eccles. I live at Scotia, Nebraska. When I was in college, I ended up getting pregnant, and the people that had taught me about pro-life were the first ones to tell me it was going to ruin my life. I chose to keep my daughter. My religious community was very supportive as far as helping me become what I wanted to become. She is 30, and I have 2 grandsons, and they make my life very, very happy.
Pregnant and unsure where to turn? Contact Christian Family Care, cfcare.org.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Family Physical Therapy and Sports Center, getting you back in the game. Ignite the fire and find peace. And by the Seed House in O'Neill, Nebraska, a seed for every need.
Down 14 at one point late in the third quarter. Lutheran High Northeast is feeling it right now. They're up by 4 in overtime.
You know, I was thinking to myself that entire go,
If I'm a Raiders fan, I do not feel good with this lead. I can't sleep on this lead. You know this high-power offense from Lincoln High Northeast, how fast they can score, how they can score in bunches, and we saw that throughout the course of that fourth and final quarter. Well, I guess not final quarter. We're in overtime.
It's amazing what a 21-2 run will do for the fortunes of a team.
I don't believe there's a more true statement in basketball.
That guy wants his lucky red shirt to come through here late in overtime. Raiders need a basket in the worst way. Say gives it to him.
That double clutch, his ability with his body control, he can elevate, a little hang time. Allows him to maneuver around multiple defenders.
The Eagles taking their time now. Lawless, another big bucket for him.
My goodness. Just fine 2-4.
14 points for Lawless. His season high is 17, as now a foul called on the floor against the Eagles.
They're going to get McDonald. That's only going to be his second.
That's his second personal foul.
What a big shot from Lawless. Putting him back up 4, pushes it to a 2-possession game.
Say, 2 for 6 at the free throw line. The Raiders 3 for 10. They've missed their last 7. He hits that though. Big resilience moment there for Say.
It really was. He needed that one in the worst way. Little defensive substitution. Preston Price, the senior, checks back into the game for Mead.
That one rattles out, and rebound controlled by Taylor. It's a 3-point ball game with a minute to go. And thrown away by the Eagles.
That completely flips the complexion of this game. Raiders don't have to press here for a 3-pointer. Plenty of time to extend this game out.
That was going to be my question for you, Coach Klassen, where you go with it.
Hey, if we're working around the perimeter and I find a shooter in space, pull the trigger by all means.
Tony Engel, left side Kovar. Cross court for Say. He thought about it. Drives in to dump off to Reed. Back out Say for 3. Too strong. Put back by Reed.
They're so good at rebounding the basketball. The Raiders and the offensive boards. Strikes again.
1-point ball game. Let's take a break. Back after this on News Channel Nebraska.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry because you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do. Just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
Who wore those bright colors best? On the left, we've got Lutheran High Northeast. On the right, we've got Mead.
Well, I kind of like where Mead's head's at right now. You know, it kind of give me those vacation vibes. We're getting close to spring break. I'm feeling that.
It is spring break for me.
Oh, see? So the Raiders out in front.
Well, the Raiders looking to avoid going to a permanent break on the season. They're down by 1. The Eagles found new life. They were down 14. Built to lead as much as 4 here in overtime.
Yeah, and you just can't say enough about Cole Lawless, the senior 6'3" guard, knocking down big shot after big shot, not only in the fourth quarter, but here in overtime. Kind of an exotic inbounds look here.
The Eagles trying to get it in. Indeed they do with McDonald. They are forcing a lot of time to be taken here. And a foul They were in real danger of 10 seconds, and then a late foul by the Raiders.
Yeah, that's where Sagan maybe could have backed off a little bit. I know he's playing real aggressive there, looking for the steal, looking to create a turnover. But you said it. I mean, they were right there at that 10-second mark.
So now Cole Lawless, the senior, who's hit big shot after big shot, goes to the line for 2, and he hits the first.
Just so true with his jumper, now his free throws, and that was nothing but nylon.
15 points, 2 off his season high that he scored against Wausau. Now 1 off of his season high. It's a 3-point game. Into the paint. Now back out for Say. 3-pointer, no good. Rebound pulled in by Taylor. Pretty hard foul there from Lee, who offers his apologies, but that will end the evening for Abe Lee, who fouls out with 9 points and 7 rebounds.
Well, you know, you said it. When the Raiders foul, they make it count, but right away, Lee knows he was kind of a little rough with it. They're offering some apologies on his way out. And, you know, I don't know. When I know I fouled out, that's a pretty good sportsmanship move there to right away apologize for, you know, maybe being a little rough.
So Taylor could go a long way toward icing this game. He's had a bit of a tough contest with just 6 points. Misses the first free throw. Now, Gothenburg kept the door open earlier with a couple missed free throws against Auburn the game prior to this one.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it's going to be thought of afterwards, but Mead missed some free throws in the second half, too.
Taylor misses the second. Here come the Raiders. Say fires the 3, won't go. One more crack at it for the Raiders. Kovar fires it up. No contact, no foul, and Lutheran High Northeast erases the 14-point deficit, and they're headed to the semifinals.
Unbelievable comeback, timely shooting, great defense down the stretch for the Northeast Eagles.
What a contest. Lutheran High Northeast with the 3-point win. We'll take a break after we look at this final play. Mead wanted the foul. They don't get it. And that ends the Raiders' season. Post-game coming up on News Channel Nebraska.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop tune from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. Bank of the Valley. Together we go further. And by Scotty's Ranchland Foods, Highway 20 in Valentine, Nebraska.
Our communities are built through stories of connection, hard work, and bright futures. You're committed to this place, and so are we. By supporting your dreams and by celebrating your stories, Bank of the Valley has grown alongside you through 40 years of going further together. We're building lasting relationships and a legacy of success. We're in this together, and together we go further.
This is Lauren from St. Mary's in O'Neill. Life moves quickly and it's easy to feel overwhelmed.
This is Anna from St. Mary's in O'Neill. Faith gives us a strong foundation when life feels uncertain.
It helps us slow down, listen, and remember what truly matters. It reminds us that even in difficult moments, God is always present.
And faith isn't just for Sunday. It's meant for everyday living.
If you're searching or have questions, reach out to your local pastor or priest and start the conversation.
Lutheran High Northeast is back in the semifinals in Class D1. I've got the winning coach, Kenny Blank, here with me. Coach, late third quarter, down 14. What are you telling your team at that point?
Yeah, we just had to just keep grinding. You know, I just told them to try to just keep chipping away and, you know, try to get it under 10. And then once we got it to 10, it was just try to get it under 5. You just try to get it in small increments, 2 to 4 minute increments. And, you know, I thought our pressure was starting to get to them a little bit. It's just, you know, shot making was tough for us. And then obviously you got to get the defense going, and then you just start making plays. And, you know, we just made some shots and kept the game pressure on them. And, you know, like I said, just got it to overtime and then just executed enough in overtime to get the win.
What's easier, winning a game at State as a player or as a coach?
Both very hard. You know, I don't even know how to answer that one. It's more nerve-wracking coaching, honestly. Yeah, just super proud of the kids. It's just, obviously things weren't going our way there for basically 3 quarters. But just kept fighting and just proud of their effort. They had to really suck it up, and they did that.
Incredible turnout by the Lutheran High faithful today. What's just this season, this run been like as you get back to State?
It's been awesome. You know, the support we've had from just everyone coming out to support us during the year. And obviously you saw it tonight here. Everyone's rooting for us, which is just super exciting to be rallying around this basketball team. They're just such a fun group to root for, and, you know, they do things the right way. So it's just super exciting for our program and for our school and, you know, for these boys that, you know, we get this one tonight.
Mead was clearly trying to take away your bigs, but Cole stepped up and made so many big shots for you. Talk about his game tonight.
Yeah, it was big for us. You know, like you said, they were just taking things away and making things really difficult for us, which obviously teams are going to do. So we had to have those guys step up. And, you know, he's been shooting after practice all week and all year. And, you know, he just had the courage to take those shots because of his preparation. You know, he knew he could make it. And, yeah, big-time shots. And, you know, big-time players make big-time plays and big-time games. And that's kind of was what happened tonight.
Coach, good luck in the semifinals.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's Coach Kenny Blank. Let's bring in our player of the game, Cole Lawless. Cole, third quarter wraps up. You're down double digits. What are you guys saying to each other to try to start a comeback?
We can't get too nervous. It was a really gritty win. And we knew if we didn't stop the turnovers and hit some shots in the fourth quarter, we would come back and win.
Coach said you've been really working on your shot, staying after practice, getting shots up, getting it in. What's the work been like to try to get the Eagles to this point?
Yeah, me, Ian, and Berkeley have been putting shots up on the machine every day after practice. Just get the repetition down, and they'll fall in game.
It's been 9 years since Lutheran High Northeast has been in the semifinals. What's this run been like, and what's it going to take to keep it going and win the school's first championship?
We want to bring home a chip for our school. It was a really gritty win, too. We can't really play like this tomorrow, otherwise it's not going to go well. We're not going to win tomorrow, so we got to come ready to play tomorrow.
Well, Cole, great job tonight. Congrats on the win. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That's Cole Lawless, our player of the game. Pat Jansen, Andy Klassen back with highlights. And we'll get you set for a final game of the night. You're watching a high school state tournament basketball on News Channel Nebraska.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Hello, this is Greg from Family Physical Therapy. We've grown a lot since we opened our doors in 1993, but our philosophy remains to provide excellent patient care above all else. Our patients are greeted with smiles, and our therapists are driven by their patients' success in achieving goals. We provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy to those of all ages. Family Physical Therapy has locations across Nebraska. Stop by a clinic near you today.
Anne has been a long-time UBT customer. One day, she was being scammed. We secured her funds and got her set up with new accounts. I just think, if my grandma was in that situation, what would I want someone to do for her?
I hope he doesn't mind that I give him a hug, too.
Lutheran High Northeast headed to the semifinals. They were down, but not out, coming back from 14 down to defeat Mead and head to the semifinals of the Class D1 Boys Basketball State Tournament. Let's take a look at our highlights and how we got there. Lutheran High Northeast and Mead squaring off in the quarterfinals of the D1 Boys Basketball State Tournament, and it was a classic. A tussle, shall we say. We start here in the first quarter, and the nice feed. The Eagles getting things done with Brody Lawless. Then the three-pointer answer from Wyatt Engel for the Raiders. To the second quarter we go. Along the baseline, Fettern, or rather Lawless, Cole Lawless, beg your pardon, hitting that. Then the long three-pointer from Kovar. Hits it, and it was a big run for the Raiders, who built a 14-point lead. But Eagles trying to stay in it. McDonald hits the three. However, Tony Engel, he's got his own answer for the Raiders. That's what got Mead up 14. Fourth quarter, though, is where the Eagles got rolling. Cole Lawless hits a massive three-pointer to keep the Eagles in it. Under the basket, though, Reed re-extends the lead for the Raiders. Then another three from Cole Lawless, and he just had answers at all the biggest moments. Then McDonald ties it with the bank shot for the Eagles. That eventually sends it into overtime. And that's where the Eagles really got rolling. McDonald got Lutheran High Northeast up by 4. Then the answer once again, another one this time from Say for the Raiders. Then Lawless once again, not from deep, but a deep two. Another putback, though, this one from Reed, keeping the Raiders in it, but it was not enough. The Eagles celebrating, headed to the state semifinals with the 47-44 victory over the Raiders. Let's